They shake your hand. They look you in the eye. They say their name clearly. 3 seconds pass. The name vanishes. Completely. Gone. You stand there frozen. Your heart races. Your throat tightens. Your social battery instantly drains. You force a fake smile. You nod politely. You feel incredibly stupid. You search your brain frantically, but you find absolutely nothing except a terrifying, thick brain fog. You panic inside. You start sweating. You end up calling them man, or buddy, or hey you, for the entire evening. You go home later. You lie in the dark, eyes wide open. You replay that tiny, useless interaction again and again. You torture yourself endlessly. You ask yourself why you are exactly like this. You think your short-term memory is completely broken? Wrong. You think you lack basic human social skills? False. Stop gaslighting yourself right now. This is not an embarrassing social flaw. This is a highly advanced primal survival mechanism. Your brain is not failing you. It is actively protecting you. At that exact moment, your neural pathways are completely hijacked. They are busy performing a massive background scan. Your brain is furiously analyzing microscopic facial twitches. It is scanning subtle vocal tones. It is rapidly calculating hidden threat levels. A random string of syllables is considered useless data. A name is simply not a priority. It gets dumped immediately to save vital energy. Let me decode this specific neural glitch for you. I will show you exactly how your complex brain prioritizes your physical survival over polite small talk. So the name is gone. Now the real mental torture begins. You watch their face closely. They look away for a split second. You immediately assume they secretly hate you. You think they noticed your slightly awkward posture. You think they are silently judging your outfit right now. You are absolutely convinced they find you incredibly boring. Stop. You are not a mind reader. You are running a severely faulty social operating system. You are acting as the lead director of your own tragic mental movie. You take a perfectly normal interaction and totally twist it. Every tiny glance is interpreted as deep disgust. Every brief pause in conversation is translated as harsh rejection. You feel a sharp, humiliating sting right in your chest. You genuinely believe you just completely ruined the entire interaction with one single look. You are staring through a deeply cracked mirror. This is a textbook clinical example of the spotlight effect, heavily amplified by a massive cognitive glitch. Your prefrontal cortex is currently overloaded with excessive social data. It is desperately trying to predict the exact outcome of this encounter. To keep you perfectly safe, your primal defense mechanism takes over completely. It always assumes the absolute worst-case scenario by default. It takes your own deep internal insecurities and violently projects them directly onto their totally blank expression. You are quite literally fighting ghosts in your own head. They are not hyperfixating on your tiny social flaws. They are absolutely not dissecting your personality. They are probably just thinking about their own lunch, or their own upcoming meetings, or their own awkwardly forgotten names. Strip yourself of this arrogant imaginary telepathy right now. You do not possess the magical superpower to read minds. Stop hallucinating intense judgment where there is only pure, neutral silence. You stand there. The elevator doors close. You are trapped. The air thins. Your lungs tighten. You cannot breathe. You cannot think. You are completely paralyzed. A colleague asks a basic question. How was your weekend? A totally harmless inquiry. Your mind instantly goes completely blank. You search desperately for one single normal word to say. You find absolutely nothing except an agonizing, deafening white noise echoing inside your skull. Your palms are sweating heavily. Your heart is hammering violently against your ribs. You swallow hard. You feel exactly like a malfunctioning robot. Stop judging yourself. You are not broken. You are not socially inept. You are actively experiencing a massive somatic overload. Your biological hardware is currently overclocking to maximum capacity. Wake up and look at the science. Participating in fluid human small talk requires immense neural bandwidth. Tracking those rapid social variables demands serious computational power. When your brain is already exhausted from projecting fake scenarios, you drain this remaining bandwidth instantly. Your amygdala perceives this sudden cognitive system crash as a literal, fatal threat. It violently hits the internal panic button. It commands your adrenal glands immediately. A massive, overwhelming wave of cortisol instantly floods your bloodstream. This is exactly why your physical body freezes up completely. Your sympathetic nervous system is forcefully rerouting all available energy directly away from your speech centers. It is literally preparing your muscles to fight or flee a dangerous predator. Casual conversation becomes physically impossible. Why? Because your primitive brain firmly believes you are in imminent mortal danger. This intense biological shutdown is not a sign of weakness. It proves your nervous system is incredibly sensitive and highly responsive. It is aggressively optimizing your energy for pure physical survival. It is a brilliantly sophisticated machine. It just accidentally triggered a massive false alarm. You finally manage to catch your breath. You immediately start apologizing for being too quiet. You think saying sorry constantly makes you a genuinely nice person? Wrong. It makes you look incredibly weak. You are not being polite at all. You are executing a classic primate appeasement strategy. Let us examine the harsh biological reality of human social hierarchies. When your exhausted brain detects a potential social threat, it desperately wants to avoid any aggressive confrontation. So it forces you to subconsciously lower your physical status. You instantly shrink your posture to take up less room. You soften your vocal tone to sound entirely harmless. You nervously laugh at jokes that are absolutely not funny. You eagerly agree with opinions you actually hate. You become a literal social doormat. You are silently begging the perceived alpha for social mercy. You think you are just keeping the peace. You are actually signaling pure vulnerability to the entire room. This constant psychological submission chronically elevates your baseline cortisol levels. Worse, it systematically destroys your serotonin production. Serotonin is the vital neurochemical of inner confidence and true social dominance. You are severely depleting your own serotonin reserves every single time you apologize for simply existing. Your brain mistakenly believes this submissive people-pleasing behavior guarantees your physical safety. It does not. It only paints a massive target on your back. Stop apologizing right now. You are actively destroying your own social value. Stop shrinking. Stop performing this pathetic survival dance. You are not a subordinate chimpanzee begging for scraps. You are a highly evolved human being. Override this faulty code. Weakness always invites more harsh judgment. Unapologetic strength commands instant respect. Claim your actual physical space. Stand your ground firmly. If you are nodding right now, this is not a coincidence. You feel completely exposed. You feel deeply understood. Millions of others are silently carrying this exact same invisible weight. You are not alone in this exhausting daily struggle. Subscribe to this channel right now. We will finally reclaim your overworked brain together. Go to the comments immediately. Type the phrase, "My social battery is mine to control." Claim your power back. Now let us examine your extreme daily fatigue. You are not just physically drained from talking. You are entirely exhausted from running a fake social operating system. We call this clinical phenomenon social masking. Your brilliant brain knows you are highly sensitive, so it aggressively builds a thick, artificial personality to protect you. You obsessively monitor your own facial expressions. You calculate your exact vocal tone. You track your precise level of eye contact. You are acting in a play. You are directing the scene. You are anxiously watching the audience, all at the exact same time. This relentless performance is literally eroding your neural pathways. Maintaining this fake persona demands astronomical cognitive energy. It rapidly drains your vital dopamine reserves. It leaves you feeling completely hollow and numb inside. This is exactly why you feel so profoundly lonely in a crowded room. They are not connecting with the real you. They are interacting with a highly calculated, desperately polite survival mask. You survive the interaction. You blend in perfectly. But you completely lose your own identity. You trade your authentic soul for temporary social safety. Drop the heavy mask right now. Let your burning nervous system rest. This next clinical truth is incredibly harsh, but you absolutely must hear it right now. Brace yourself. Wake up. Nobody is judging you. Nobody cares about you at all. You genuinely think everyone is closely watching your every single move? You think they are actively scrutinizing your minor social mistakes? You firmly believe they remember that slightly weird joke you made 3 entire hours ago? Stop it. This intense, paralyzing self-consciousness is actually a bizarre, twisted form of hidden arrogance. You are suffering from a severe case of main character syndrome. You secretly believe you are incredibly important to their daily existence. You are not. You are barely a forgotten background, extra fading into the scenery. Everyone on this planet is completely obsessed with their own complex internal movie. They are entirely focused on their own deeply flawed social performances. They simply do not have the precious mental bandwidth to be the dedicated audience for yours. Why does your physical brain aggressively lie to you like this? Let us look closely at your default mode network. This is the DMN. It is the specific, highly powerful neural network responsible for your relentless daydreaming and deep self-reflection. When you are not actively engaged in a highly demanding physical task, your DMN immediately takes over your entire consciousness. It aggressively scans your recent memory banks for any potential social errors. It actively forces you to mentally replay that slightly awkward handshake 1,000 times in the dark. It ruthlessly invents brutal, entirely fake scenarios where everyone secretly hates you and actively plots your downfall. Your DMN is systematically torturing you with pure, unadulterated fiction. It is a rogue mental simulation running wildly out of control inside your skull. It originally evolved to keep you hyper-vigilant to prevent dangerous tribal exile in ancient times. But in the modern world, it is completely malfunctioning. It is violently flooding your nervous system with toxic anxiety over absolutely nothing real. You are agonizing over invisible, imaginary judgments that literally do not exist outside your own fragile mind. Break this cycle. Stop letting a hyperactive, outdated neural circuit convince you that the entire universe is constantly watching your every single step. They are absolutely not looking at you. They are way too busy worrying about exactly how you are looking at them. Drop the massive, burdensome ego right now. Accept your glorious, beautiful insignificance. It is the absolute ultimate key to your permanent psychological freedom. You are not a helpless victim of your own biology. You are the ultimate architect of your neural pathways. It is time to forcefully take back the wheel. I am going to give you the exact clinical manual to override your system. When that familiar, suffocating panic hits you next time, when your mind goes completely blank in the middle of a loud crowd, do not run, do not hide, do not apologize. Biohack your own nervous system immediately. Stop. Stand still. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Exhale slowly. Look around you right now. Find 5 completely random physical objects in the room. Focus intensely on their exact colors. Name them out loud in your head. Touch 4 different physical textures immediately near you. Press your fingers against a cold wall. Feel the solid ground firmly beneath your shoes. Listen to 3 distinct background sounds right now. A distant car, a ticking clock. You are executing a highly precise tactical grounding maneuver. You are actively overriding your completely hijacked amygdala. By flooding your brain with real-time physical data, you are forcing your prefrontal sensory cortex back online. You are violently pulling your exhausted mind out of the fake, terrifying future and slamming it firmly back into the completely safe present. Your primitive alarm system simply cannot process complex sensory input and pure panic at the exact same time. It has to shut down the fear. This is not just a cheap psychological trick. This is called applied clinical neuroplasticity. Every single time you forcefully interrupt that toxic mental loop, you physically weaken those outdated anxiety circuits. Every single time you choose this powerful grounding technique over blind panic, you build brand new, resilient neural connections. You are actively rewiring your own physical brain structure in real time. You hold the absolute power to reprogram your primitive social responses. You can completely overwrite this faulty survival code. You are no longer a hostage to your own racing thoughts. You are finally in absolute control. You are completely normal. Your brilliant mind is not broken. It is just exceptionally vigilant. It works so hard every single day to keep you absolutely safe. You are not defective. You are simply exhausted from fighting a terrifying, invisible war. It is time to declare a permanent clinical ceasefire. Let the heavy social armor fall. Forgive your anxious brain right now. It was only doing its biological job. You have absolutely nothing to prove to anyone. Your true worth is never measured by flawless small talk. If this video just lifted a massive weight off your chest, share it immediately. Send it to that quiet friend who always apologizes way too much. Send it to the person who overanalyzes every tiny text message in the dark. They desperately need to hear this profound clinical truth tonight. Help them break their own toxic mental loops. Subscribe to this channel right now to continue mastering your complex neural pathways. We will decode these hidden psychological glitches together. The therapy session is officially over. Drop the mask, stand your ground. You are finally free.